In the Gospel of John, Jesus makes a whole series of these really powerful I am statements. And one of the most interesting, maybe one of the most mysterious, is when he says, I am the door. It sounds like a pretty simple metaphor, right? But what if it's actually something way, way deeper? What if it's a truth that's been hidden inside the very structure of an ancient language this whole time? Well, today, let's unlock that mystery.
Okay, so let's start right here with this statement. We've all heard it, but have you ever really stopped to think about it? I am the door. A door to what, exactly? How is a person a door? It really is a kind of puzzle, and that's what we're going to do today. We're going to find the key and solve it together. Now, to really get what's going on here, we can't just stick with the English translation. We can't even just stick with the Greek. We've got to go deeper. We have to go all the way back to the Hebrew language, because that's where an absolutely incredible clue has been waiting for us for centuries, just hiding in plain sight.
And this, right here, is our key. The Hebrew word davar. It's pronounced, kind of like davar, and it simply means word. Remember how the Gospel of John famously begins, "In the beginning was the Word"? Well, believe it or not, this one single Hebrew word, davar, holds the entire secret to understanding what Jesus meant when he called himself the door.
So how on earth does this one word unlock everything? Well, we have to look inside it. We're going to do a little linguistic archaeology right now. We're going to break davar down into its component parts and see what meaning is literally built right into the word itself.
Okay, get ready for this, because this is where it gets really cool. Look at step 1. We have our word, davar. Now check out step 2. The very first letter of that word is dalet. In ancient Hebrew, that letter isn't just a sound, it also represents the word for, you guessed it, door. Now for step 3, if you take that first letter away, what are you left with? You're left with bar, which is the Hebrew word for sun. So, when you put those pieces back together, the literal embedded meaning of the word is the door of the sun. It's not an interpretation, it's right there in the letters themselves.
So let's just pause for a second. We've just taken these individual puzzle pieces from the Hebrew language and we've put them together. And what we get is this stunning revelation. It connects the word, the door, and the sun in a way that is just impossible to see in English alone. And this is it. This is that big aha moment. The ancient Hebrew language itself literally defines the word as the door of the sun. So when John's gospel opens with that epic line, "In the beginning was the word," and then later Jesus says, "I am the door," he's making this profound connection pointing all the way back to this ancient definition of his own identity.
Which, of course, brings us right back to our original question. Now that we know about this hidden meaning, how does it reshape the way we understand Jesus' statement, "I am the door"? Well, it completely transforms it. It's no longer just a poetic metaphor, it becomes a precise declaration of who he is and what his purpose is.
And listen, this isn't just some clever word game. This connection, from this ancient Hebrew word to this New Testament statement, it reveals a core theological truth about who Jesus claimed to be and about the very nature of salvation itself.
And here's another really crucial point. It's the tiny little distinction Jesus makes. He doesn't say, "I am a door," right? That would suggest he's just one option among many. No, he says, "I am the door, the door." That implies a single, specific, and exclusive way in. It's an absolutely profound claim of uniqueness.
So let's just boil this all down. What are the big takeaways here? Well, first, this statement points directly to Jesus' unique, divine identity as the Word made flesh. Second, it really highlights the exclusive nature of salvation through him. Just like John's Gospel says elsewhere, he is the only door to be saved and the only way to receive eternal life.
And that brings us right back to where we started. When Jesus said, "I am the door," he wasn't just grabbing for a nice, helpful image. He was actually making a statement of fact. He was fulfilling a definition of the word that was woven into the very fabric of the Hebrew language. The door was never just a metaphor, it was a definition of who he is.
It's just an incredible connection, isn't it? Hidden for thousands of years right inside a single word. It really makes you wonder, what other ancient truths are out there just waiting for us, hidden in plain sight?